swear it was in self-defense.
It's Sunday morning on CBS, and here again is Jane Pauley.
He found his way from a small village in Jamaica to become the man who put reggae on the music map. The legendary Bob Marley is now front and center in a new movie. Seth Doane tells us all about it.
One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright.
With songs of unity and empowerment.
Get up, stand up, did you hear? Stand up for your right.
Bob Marley brought the music of a tiny Caribbean island to the world.
One good thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain.
The infectious rhythm of reggae and the message in his music made the Jamaican native a legend.
One love, one heart, one destiny.
Well, all right, we're jamming.
His story is now coming to life on film.
We're jamming.
You can't separate the music and the message.
And what is the message?
Peace.
He means so much to so many people, so there was a lot of instructions for me. You know, remember he's this, remember he's not that, don't do this, don't do that.
It's a lot of pressure as an actor.
Yeah, it's like, because the messaging was, like, when he was in the studio, he didn't mess around, and then there's a lot of people saying, you know, you have to remember that there were other sides to him. He was very gentle and loving and, like, so popular and funny, and I think with an icon like Bob, it can be challenging because his public persona is so strong.
How you want to start?
From the beginning.
British actor Kingsley Ben-Adir took on that challenge of portraying Marley in One Love.
Don't let them fool you.
It's a hit.
Which opens on Valentine's Day.
You know you're a superstar.
I am a superstar.
What was the most difficult thing to learn?
The language.
That Jamaican patois.
Yeah, the language.
You know this thing for my ego, Bridget. Me in it because, you know, me in it because of a cause.
I'm sorry, say again.
I may as well have been doing a movie in French.
Got them have to come together and make the decision. Africa for Africans at home.
In a London screening room, we watched one of Marley's interviews.
Again, and then tomorrow, man, it gets young again every day. You know what I mean? So
I knew that I didn't understand everything he was saying in a way that worried me.
this and them one, and, you know,
He told us he listened to it again and again.
What them for know?
When this was playing, you're saying little bits under your breath.
Yeah, this interview is in me, and you know, in me in a way.
This is where I sort of lived when I was doing Bob.
The actor prepared for the role at this North London studio.
Oh man, it fills me with fear.
Really?
I was just like, oh my God, I was in here.
Wow, you're remembering
being petrified.
Men and people will fight you down.
Ben-Adir did not sing, dance, or play the guitar before he transformed into a man known for all three.
Men and people will fight you down when you see your light.
When Bob moves and when he sings and when he's on stage, there's something really profound going on.
Where everything is all right, so we gonna walk.
The film from Paramount Pictures, a division of CBS's parent company, was produced in partnership with the Marley family, including Bob Marley's son, musician Ziggy Marley.
You remember being here with your dad?
Yeah, man, these steps are like sitting here talking, hanging out.
We met at the Marley Homestead, now a museum in Kingston, Jamaica.
You wanted a Jamaican to star.
Of course.
But you couldn't find someone you like?
We look wide and far. You're looking at the tapes and, you know, you see one and you say, eh, you see two and you say, eh, and then you see Kingsley and you're like,
What made you go, Why?
Well, he held my attention.
He's physically different. He's taller.
Yeah, but in my mind, this is an artistic expression of Bob. So the height, that never matter because I'm taller than Bob, but to me, Bob was a giant.
And I knew that he was 5'6".
And you're
6'2". So I'm like, does everyone know this?
Ben-Adir says he dropped about 40 pounds for the screen test.
And it was too much. I felt sick. I wasn't sleeping. There were a lot of conversations with the family where it was like, we're just trying to find Bob's essence and his spirit in this film. You can't copy Bob.
No woman no cry. No woman no cry.
The movie explores Marley's spiritual side, Rastafarian principles of equality and social justice.
There's a war going on. Oh, I can't bring peace. I can't even get peace for myself.
And his push for peace in the 1970s, after years of political violence in post-colonial Jamaica. It centers on the making of the album Exodus, which Time magazine would later anoint Album of the Century.
Why focus on this time period of his life?
It was life-changing for him. Somebody trying to kill you changes you. Somebody trying to kill you makes you think things, makes you have emotions that you never had before.
Not everyone likes what you're saying.
In 1976, armed men attempted to assassinate Bob Marley just days before he was to perform a concert designed to curb violence among rival groups.
This is the time period where he came to an enlightenment, a conclusion about his purpose and his sense of who he is. His life is for him, he doesn't want it. His life is for people.
Instinctively, from the time I first met him, I just knew there was something there.
Island Records founder Chris Blackwell is largely credited for taking Bob Marley and reggae music beyond Jamaica. He's portrayed by James Norton in the film.
Everything here is politicized, Bob.
We met Blackwell, now 86, at his Strawberry Hill Hotel outside Kingston, where Marley came just after the shooting. Blackwell got emotional remembering Marley taking the stage in Italy before more than 100,000 people.
He was barely touching the ground. He was like floating to it. Or maybe that was my image of him, because I just saw him just going. And you know, it was there.
What's behind the emotion?
Oh boy, it's a lot, you know, because it's super rare that there is somebody who has what he had, and to be able to touch the world.
All pirates, yes, they rabbi.
Bob Marley died at just 36 years old in 1981 after battling a rare form of melanoma.
The last thing my father said to me was in the hospital, on your way up, take me up. On your way down, don't let me down.
It's all I ever have.
And for him, making this film is another sort of Bob Marley record.
All I ever have.
Now we have a chance to expand the understanding of him as a human being, but most importantly, to expose the message to more people, the message of love, the message of unity, which the world desperately needs now.
These songs of freedom, songs of freedom.